You know, today kids are headed back to the first day of classes in the Issaquah School District. Brian Flores is at one of those schools starting today and tracking the back to school plans all across our region. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Liz. Yeah, good morning. Really a big day for the students and staff here at the Issaquah School District, welcoming back them into the classroom. I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. I mean, it was very tough for these kids and really for everybody during the last year, but school is back, a brand new year. And let's talk with Dr. Joshua Almy. He's the Deputy Superintendent here with the Issaquah School District. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. I just want to get right into it. What is the difference in terms of, cleaning protocols and such compared to last year into this year?
We've added a lot of different layers at each level. For example, we're here at Pacific Cascade Middle School, just a couple of tiny things. We're not issuing lockers this year to our students. We may later in the school year, but right now we want our kids to go from class to class and not congregate in hallways. So no lockers, for example, at middle school. We also have outdoor dining options at all levels, elementary, middle, and high school. Our sixth graders here, there are one unvaccinated group here at the middle school. Therefore, they're not going to use locker rooms during PE. So there's lots of little different things that we're doing at each level, even more so than last spring when we brought students in, just to try to mitigate the risk as much as possible for our students and staff.
Yeah, a lot of parents, I remember last year whenever there was a COVID case, the school would have to shut down. What does that look like this year? God forbid there is going to be a COVID outbreak, but what does that look like? What's the protocol for the district here?
When we have a positive case, the first thing that we do is we consult with King County Public Health. They have a very detailed flow chart. Students or staff would quarantine per that flow chart. If ever there was a time that our case rate started to increase significantly as far as needing to close a classroom down, say at elementary, or I hate to think about it, but even a school down, we would take that direction from King County Public Health. We work with them very closely. We're on the phone with them almost every single day, and we are ready for that. If that happens, however, that is not the direction that we hope to go. We are mitigating the spread of the virus with our layered mitigation strategies as much as possible.
Yeah. I know here in the district last year in the spring, it was more of like a hybrid option, right? So you had kids going to school here part-time, then they came back online. Is there an online option for parents out there that do remain concerned?
There is an online option. There are multiple online options. They're through the state of Washington, for example, Washington Virtual Academy, the Insight School of Washington. There are numerous other options. The great piece about those online options is that if a family is not ready to come back into our school system right now for whatever reason, and every family situation is different, they could choose one of those options, and then as soon as they are ready to come back into our schools, we will welcome them with open arms. So they can switch back in whenever they're comfortable.
And in terms of the protocols in the classroom, what does it look like? I saw the kids here all wearing masks, but what about social distancing, cleaning protocols, stuff like that?
Our cleaning protocols are what they were last spring, which are obviously accelerated from what they were pre-pandemic. The state of Washington, King County Public Health has a 3-foot social distancing guideline. At our elementary schools, it's even more than that because our classroom sizes are smaller. We're able to keep kids in classrooms 3 feet or a little bit more at our secondary schools. And then we bring in other mitigation strategies like I talked about at lunches, outdoor dining. That allows us to kind of double our space when it's time to eat lunch, and those masks do come off during lunch. And then also minimizing the amount of time that kids spend in the hallway. We talked about that with no lockers to start the school year here at middle school.
Yeah. And as parents, we talk a lot about the mental health of the kids during last year. It was really, really tough for students and for parents, not as well for staff as well. How confident are you that we are going to be in-person learning for the rest of the school year? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can put a percentage that we will, that we would be in school all year long, 5 days a week. I certainly hope that we are. We've taken every step possible so that we will be. However, I will say, and I've said it again, we will continue to take our guidance from King County Public Health. We're going to trust the science. We're going to trust the medical professionals to guide us in how we can best serve our students and mitigate the virus.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Dr. Joshua Almy, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it with the Issaquah School District. Again, huge day for schools here in the Issaquah School District. I do want to mention as well that other school districts are ramping up. If we have time to show this full screen real quick, Seattle Public Schools, they are starting classes tomorrow. There's going to be a virtual town hall meeting later on tonight. And then also Tacoma School District, for example, they're going to be starting schools next Wednesday, but they have an annual kickoff every year in the downtown Tacoma area. That's going to be happening on Thursday from 10 to 4 p.m. So school districts are ramping up. A lot of changes for a lot of the school districts out there as well. But we'll be following this here on Q13. But for now, guys, back over to you.